Here at Thomke Farm in Bellevue, and I've just had a tour of this lovely urban farm, and I've made a new friend here. Her name is Pumpkin. This is the time of year for planting the seeds that will become those beautiful flowers that we all love in the summertime. So let's go inside and see how that happens. Carrie Yankee is an owner of Thomke Farm and grows flowers, vegetables, and more on this 14-acre, third-generation farm in the heart of the Green Bay area.
At my farm, we soil block. The reason we soil block is because we plant in such mass that if I were to plant in actual cell trays, I would be wasting so much soil for everything that does not germinate. It just would not be feasible for me. So I do soil blocks, and I have a couple different soil blocking trays. This is the one, this is just a nice little small one. You can buy these anywhere. Amazon, Johnny's, I think, sells a bunch of different ones. They actually sell some bigger ones now like this. And what we do is we make these little tiny pellets of soil that they're so tiny that you're not wasting any soil when you're making them. And I'm going to, sorry, I have to add the dirt in here now. So in order to make the blocks, first you have to get your soil, and not every soil is the same. Some you have to sift. Some will have too big of chunks to work in these. I did pre-sift some of this. I honestly just put it through chicken wire. I sifted it through chicken wire, and that'll make sure that all the sticks, this is all the big sticks I took out of this load, doesn't get stuck in that machine. Now, for this, you want it to be pretty wet. It just helps it hold together better, and it just works better. Okay, so this is called a Swift block. It is a heavy duty soil blocker. This one does 200 at once. I used to do all of these trays with this little one. It took so long, and it hurts your hand to do that many with one of those. So now we're just gonna fill it. So once this is done and you've skimmed off all the excess, which I have dirt in my hair now too, we push this on here, and we're just gonna smush it down a little bit. Then I use these trays, these mesh bottom trays, and I just throw that there, and you pick it up. I put it back down here. And then I loosen each corner because sometimes there's sticks stuck in there that I missed. And then I shove. Basically, I'm just making sure it's all the way out before I do it. Then I go bump. So once I have a full tray ready to go, and I know what I'm going to put in it, I will take the seeds, which these ones are in a packet. And some people use toothpicks, you know, just to seed individually in the tray. Depending on what I have, I will put it in my hand. I have this lovely tool. This is actually a glass tool. It's for blowing glass or making glass beads. But I have found that this is the best thing for putting seeds in one of these soil blocks, because you can just grab the seed and drop it right in there. So I do one per block. Sometimes I do two per block, depending on what they are. And I will sit and do all of these just like this. It takes me, oops, I dropped one. It takes me probably, to do the Lisianthus, about 3 weeks to get them all. But this tool is really nice. I've had, actually, this is a little pore tweezers. These are great too for picking up things, little things. But if they're super tiny, like snapdragons or even Lizzies that aren't coated, a toothpick is best. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is those. So once the tray is completely seeded, I like this little electric mister, but I mist it all just to get the seeds in there. I do coat mine with a little vermiculite. It just helps keep in the moisture. It keeps the fungus on the top from growing too much, but I usually just do a nice little layer over top of it. Then we normally cover it. So some of these trays that you'll find as they get older, they start to suck in on the sides here, and you get that nice gap. I actually, I poked a hole through both sides here, and I put a string with a slip knot, and that's how I keep that on here. I just tighten it so it goes, so it covers. So we grow a lot of Lisianthus, and that's why we do this soil block. Because I start so many of these, I would not be able to fit enough trays of regular trays to do what I do. I did 12,000 seeds of these this year, and they all will start out in this. And like if you look at, let's find a tray that has okay germination. So if you come over here, if you notice, I do have some that are growing, but there's some empty cells here. If I had done this in a normal tray that holds like a 72 cell tray that most people use for seeding, and that many did not grow, I would have wasted all of that dirt in those empty trays, and I would have lost extra spots where I could have had ones that grew. I mostly grow Lisianthus. That's my big main crop. The other things I will start down here though, eucalyptus, I will start early on. I'll do statice, I'll do snapdragons, I will do some scabiosa, I will do carnations. There's a little bit of everything, but Lizzie's, snapdragons, and probably statice, feverfew, strawflower. Those are the main ones that will be started in the basement. Some things get started outside. Another benefit of these soil blocks is watering is a little bit easier. I can usually tell when these need to be watered based on what they weigh. You learn it. But this one I can tell is going to need a little bit of water. And if you notice, we're getting close to getting ready to be bumped up. We've got some roots coming out. But I will bring it right over here. We'll soak them. We'll let it suck up, and then I lean them over here to drip. And mine get, the Lizzies themselves, actually most of the flowers here will get fed every other week with fish fertilizer. I'm also pre-sprouting ranunculus on the floor right here. If you've seen ranunculus, they're a very tight flower. You see them in weddings a lot. They're a specialty flower. They're kind of a pain in the butt to grow. You have to soak the corms for like 4 hours with a bubbler to make them aerated. And then you put them in the dark, cold to pre-sprout. And then once they start sprouting, which I'm almost there here, so you can see here, I will start potting those up into individual pots, and they will go out in my high tunnel in probably like a month. So these are all calla lilies down here in these bins, and we've got some really nice calla lilies, and they're just starting to wake up. We check these a couple times throughout the winter just to make sure there's no rot and just make sure they look decent. But these calla lilies are so expensive, and we love them so much. But we mostly do whites. There's cannas. Cannas are in this bin. They are kind of like a weed. You have one canna, you'll have 20 cannas the next year. Those are fun too. And then all of these, these are my dahlias, which after years and years of trying every single storage method that you can do for dahlias, I have found that if I just dig them, leave the mud on, like dry them a couple days, leave the mud on, and throw them in paper bags down here, that is where I have the most success. I have wrapped them in saran wrap. I have put them in different substrates, different things in different boxes. I've tried everything. And this is the easiest method, is the one that works. So I do check these every so often just to make sure we're not losing any, which we'll open one up. But no, they look They look fabulous. They look good so far. Healthy, big tubers. And what I'll do is early in the season, when we're getting close, I will take these out and I could probably get 4 or 5 plants from this if I did rough chopping. If I was really careful, I could probably take every single one of these and make that many more plants. So I have a lot of dahlias this year.
One of the advantages of living on land that is zoned for agriculture is having all the chickens you want.
A nice, pretty green one. Just color my coat.
The fields may be sleeping now, but it won't be long before we see beautiful flowers and vegetables here. Keep watching for more growing ideas from Thomke Farm.